Good evening, one and all. That's how many viewers we get. Welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 2. And this is an excellent night ahead of us for this Swemptastic League. I am with a co-commentator who's coming to us all the way from the Red West Pacific. And it's Mr. Duggan. Good evening, how are you?
Ni hao, it's 4:19 a.m. in the morning in Shanghai. I am 3 episodes of softcore panty porn deep. It's a big thing here in the Middle East, in the East. And we're loving life, yeah.
Superb. Quinton says it's about time. Yes, it is. But that's what you get when you get technical difficulties and the fact that I don't know, I'm working later tonight. Mr. Savage is here. Good evening, gentleman. Which one of us? Dimble is here as well. Which one is the gentleman? I assume it's Sai, isn't it? With his K-pop style, I assume that would be who it is. Anyway, look at the fixtures that we've got tonight. Hopefully in the screen you can see the Division 2 match fixtures and results, but also Division 1s for the coming up. I'm trying to just make sure I get the content on your screens looking a little bit better, one step at a time. Hopefully after we've played a few rounds of games we'll get some more match stats and things into there as well. Not the Red West Cocoms, that's for sure. Wow, we love Mr. Duggan. He is ready for some action. Out of all the fixtures for tonight, which one is it that is most attractive for you?
It's got to be the Danglies, hasn't it? It's got to be the Danglies. Big fan of a grey skull. Got to be the Danglies. Who I think are definitely winning the content. Did he do his lottery? Did you do a screenshot?
Do you know what? Yes, I did. I didn't post it though because I was at work at the time. But I did get the Posma but I'd already noticed that was well out there.
Of course you did. I got the toffee thought.
Stick tossing one was tremendous.
Yeah, as he's doing the cup draw. I think
the gravy.
90% of those. Yeah, 90% of those options was some sort of Posma pegging, I think, which is great. So hopefully you'll peg Greavesy tonight. Greavesy looks like a man who loves a peg. Yeah.
Well, but then again, Greavesy, who's just here, good evening, and Mr. Wooder, of course, everyone's enjoying your content. But Greavesy's up against my own team, Mega Horse, tonight, and that's a cracking game.
Oh, is it Steve? Is it Dangley Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, Steve right loves to poop up his bum. And he's getting shagged by everyone at the minute in the Super League. So why not get shagged by the Dangleys? So yeah.
Your own team up against Sprungfelt too. I mean, you mentioned content, and you two are producing great content this season.
Yeah, we'll smash them. He's a fucking joke. I've got lots to say on him.
Excellent.
You know, I was a big fan of Sprungfeld, and thought they won the concept of war at the start of the season. But having done a little bit of research, my scouts recently appointed an experienced scout who's been doing a little bit of digging, and I think it's a fucking shit concept. I think it's an embarrassment. I think he's tried to pull the wool over all of our souls, and he's tried to make it seem like it's something that it's not. And I'm going to call him out. I'm going to call him out on it, Dan. I'm sorry. I'm going to call him out on it. He's got nowhere to hide. So yeah, fucking hold on to your kicks.
But then next round you'll be laying into someone different and giving Savage a rest.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and he'll have the best concept then.
Superb. Great question from Scott. Good evening. Dark blue chinos. What colour shoes? Navy or brown?
We need to know if we're talking like kind of brogues or if we're talking like kind of boat shoes. Need a little bit more. We're talking trainers.
Yeah.
Need a little bit more information there, Scotty.
I'd be thinking, brown brogues would be all right with that, but then I'd be on, the blue boat shoes maybe. So
yeah, blue boat shoes is a shout there. Or some mix it up a little bit, some blue, some navy and kind of navy and what's another word for brown? Of course.
What's another word for brown?
Yeah. tan. Some like kind of navy and tan trainers would look good, I think.
Oh yes, that would be lovely. Dimple's wife picks his shoes, and yeah, I mean, let's be honest. There's
Yeah,
not much
that's not
fashion
all your
choice for
wife picks,
myself
is it,
these
Dimple?
days.
Not all your wife. Navy derby shoes. Derby shoes. What's a derby shoe?
I believe it's you get one of them, which is United, and the other one, which is City, on both.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't
Okay.
know which either neither of them play in Navy. Anyway, let's have a look at the other fixtures. Badgers versus Fortuna, huge game there. About time someone called me out for being a pretender. Says Savage, and Wooders sleeves are too long. Blues versus Aussie's Dream.
That's so he can hide his hands that have had a bit of a rough time over
Oh
the
yes, of
couple of
course.
weeks.
Yeah, his hands have
So
been.
we've had two hand incidents. So just for the Swemp community that are out there, Joseph he changed a light bulb in the living room and didn't turn off the fuse box. And he was just stood on a chair, just kind of like shaking and rattling. And his missus came in and was like, "Joe, what you doing? What you doing?" And he was like, "Help!" So he really badly burned his hands. And then last week, we went to see Darren Brown, and his hands got glued together. I shit you not. His hands got glued together for about 10 minutes. Total mindfuck. Anyway,
uh, Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Blues versus Aussie's Dream. Everyone enjoyed the Aussie's Dream win last week, even Fifey, whose own team are playing Gondor, the team that he actually got to win last season, which was an achievement. Grove versus Pelham is the other game in tonight that we haven't spoken about. And as Dimble referred to, that is a proper match of Portsmouth versus Grimsby. So let's get started onto this one. And we will go to Blues versus Aussie's Dream, and we'll follow that up with the Fortuna match, because I know Quinton is wanting an early game because he's busy tonight. He is going to go to a lay-by in his car, I believe. Anyway, so
nice.
yeah, Blues. Last time out, I am enjoying doing this because last time in the cup they got beat 3-2 by Blues, but I'm also going to enjoy their last league match in which they were beaten 4-1 by Mega Horse. So for today they've had a slight change of personnel, but this formation is similar.
Yeah, and what's the concept?
Yeah, the concept is lower league players and free transfers.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, immediately my attention is drawn to the fact that Richard Wellings of Especial Gazelles is not playing, which is just an absolutely disgraceful decision. But I like the midfield three of Walker, Kerr, and Scully. And yeah, Davy Collins is always going to do things for you. Yeah, like it. Don't mind it at all.
Would I seen a different fixture list somewhere? Was that the results from last time or the fixtures from the previous round? Because I think it's all right on the screen, isn't it, for tonight? It all looks correct as far as I'm aware, the fixture list. This is the round we're on.
I think what you're forgetting is that Wood has not bothered. So that's why he didn't see any fixture list, actually. He's not bothered.
And Quinton's meeting Stefan, apparently. So I
nice.
think, but yeah, he's...
who's giving and who's receiving?
Lee Hendry. Anyway, so no Wellens, but of course...
who's the manager of this? Who's the manager of this?
It's Graham Dunning, who won Division 2 last season and then changed his concept, so I kept him down in Division 2 because it's right for this division.
I think we should give him the chance to put Wellens on if he's here. Co-commentator's power. So
he's not here, I don't think. If he is here,
I think we should put him on anyway.
I can't overrule. We might see Wellens tonight at some point. Who knows? Anyway, the fixture list for Wooders. Fixture list, of course. That was a quality fixture list. It's got to be said the other day. Who could forget that one?
That was good. That was class.
You can put the fixtures in the chat there, Wooders, so we can all enjoy. And yes, I know Wellens, but what a performance it was yesterday for him. Aussie's Wet Dream FC, superb. Now after the last round, Smuts was dancing in the streets of the Beefeater. It was a superb performance as they beat Flamingos 4-2. And their team for tonight is the same as it was last time out.
Just a quick little point on dancing in the streets. Obviously, I know there's a lot of weird people on this game, and Smuts would have absolutely no issue with us saying that he's one of them. But if I had to draw a picture of Smuts, what I thought Smuts was like, that's not what I was expecting.
And what were you expecting?
I was expecting like a kind of 6'2", tall, dark and handsome, smooth talker, and actually he was probably just about the opposite of that. But I liked it. I liked it. I think him and Fifey would be a good little tag team duo. Like in the WWE, like giant haystacks and I like kind of Don the Clown kind of feel, just going and running around all over the place, smashing people's heads in with cream pies. I love Smuts, I can say that. 4132, obviously. How are we saying that, Thando?
Where are we? Oh, Tando and Gomeni, I think it is. Yeah, I think you don't pronounce the N.
You don't pronounce the man. You're so cultured, honestly, Dan. You're so cultured.
I know you don't pronounce the M, but you usually don't pronounce the N at the beginning of South African names as well. So I don't know whether it's Ngomeni or Gomeni. I don't know sure about Tando Gomeni. Yeah.
Nearly as absurd as Orchideus Bonk. But yeah, love the 4132. I know there's and Touche is a little kind of cult hero on the game. I would probably say out of all of those players in that 11, there is maybe one that I've only ever signed, and that's Radoy. And Wood loves him as a free transfer, gets him every save. So yeah, fair play.
What, in February?
Yeah. On a little Bosman. So yeah, love it.
He's not cultured. He won't even Cucumber. Cucumber's horrible. Cucumber is absolutely horrible. Yeah. Yes, I am assured of that. Anyway,
are you done the thing with the the sugar on the cucumber to make it taste like watermelon?
No.
If you put sugar on. You put sugar on. I love how you're just skeptical whenever I say anything like this. You're just like, no, that's bullshit. That's not happening. Did you know if you shove sugar on Postma's arse, it tastes like cherries? No, if you put sugar on cucumber, it tastes like watermelon. I'm sure somebody would be able to back me up.
I wonder if David can. He's here tonight.
Yeah,
David's here.
David,
let's see if he can do that test for us.
Does he know lots about watermelon cucumber?
I don't know. I'd like to think he does. He's a cultured man himself, with his lovely Steel Hawks in the first division. Anyway, predictions for Stefan loves a cucumber. Perlo Stall refereeing today, and who's going to edge this one?
Blues 4-1.
Scott is saying correct.
There we go.
I hope he's just tried it. Anyway, so 2-1, you say? 2 Blues?
No, I said 4-1. Thanks for listening, Dan. Thank you. Make us feel you're welcome, mate. Cheers.
So 6-1, you said? No, I was just saying Quinton was saying 2-1. 4-1 to yourself. A Swan is here.
Swanee.
That's great to see Swan here on a Gondor stream. He's not always been there on them, and it's great to have him back on, ready for it. Anyway, so let's get this game going. Dimble says 5-0, and Fifey isn't here yet to watch the team that beat him last time out. 10 minutes in, very little's happened so far, but it looks like Brooker's had a chance there. I think Domaney was involved. And then coming forward the other end, Collins with a chance, and Scally as well, coming very, very close to scoring. Kiko it is, making it 1-0, and it's 1-0 to Blues after just over 20 minutes. Probably against the run of play after the first 12 minutes, but going the other way, Shui has equalised 27 minutes in. 1-1 heading towards the half-hour mark, and Gomeni is off. And Smuts, if you're here, announce yourself with a substitute. But from our point of view, we are looking at not Romo. This would be a buy-a-home job, wouldn't it? At this point, with he's not necessarily world-renowned kind of player. He'd fit in with the old Flamingos side, do you imagine?
With my Flamingos side.
With the old Flamingos side.
with
Not
my old flamingo side.
no, not yours. No, I said the old flamingo
Oh,
side.
the old. Okay.
Shows you're listening. Thank you
Yes.
very much for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah. 4-1. Yeah. That's the sub I would make. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I think we'll pop that in. The alternative would be to bring on Jordanos and move Von Schwer further back, but he's too much of an attacking threat to do that. But he's the kind of player who probably could do it. Anyway, we'll just give it about 10 seconds, and yeah, haven't seen Smuts tonight. He's usually in straight off on that. Just
Fifey coming in there like kind of 10 minutes after the setup to that joke was done. So, yeah.
is it something to do with his with your tweet?
No. It was the. This is where it becomes unfunny when you have to explain it. He wasn't here when you didn't listen to me saying 4-1, and then I didn't listen to you about the sub, and then we laughed and we had a good time because we're friends. And then Fifey came in halfway through and was like, "What the fuck? He's awful. He's not as good as me on comms." Okay, Fifey.
No, I thought it was in response to your tweet, which I have now.
No, I think those tweets get very little engagement from the community, and I really don't know why because they're absolutely fucking quality when you click on translate tweet.
That's what I like to do. We're here. Tiribo West has come close to scoring and more chances for Blues. They are starting to get together a little bit. A smaller defeat last time out for them, but they are certainly still in this game and looking like they're the ones who are going to be scoring the second goal for them. I don't know. Half time coming up. Chance, can they get one in? Good save from Renson at that point. And Sjoerd Renson has actually been playing pretty well for a goalkeeper that isn't necessarily full of skill.
Yeah, I think that's like kind of 130 odd minutes now where the Aussies have looked really, really solid against two teams that have got a lot going forward. So yeah, fair play to him. There's obviously something going on there in terms of his setup and his lineup.
A very even game there.
Yeah, definitely. Next goal's massive, isn't it? Davy Collins doing absolutely nothing, which is not like him.
No.
And yeah, weird one because you think if Collins rocks up and turns that 6 into a 7 or an 8, then the Blues probably kick on
There's
and win.
a goal in it, yeah. For me, I think Aristizabal and Collins are possibly the wrong way around for playing at their best. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know, Collins is a great attacking mid, but I think with those two that way around.
Yeah, I think he definitely plays better in a 1 as well. So you'd maybe kind of Collins is the 1 with a 2 up top. Maybe Nunez up there up top with him, I don't know. And then the Aussies, let's have a little gander.
Yeah, Gamani, just to check Gamani very quickly, he has a shin injury, so he will be out for a little bit, I imagine.
Yeah, but solid again though. I'll be totally honest. This 11 I can't really comment on because I don't really know it that well. I'll defer to your years of being knee deep in the editor.
There are lots of players that I'm not too aware of in this. I mean, Talberg is a surprise. Not playing very well today, but did have a great game last time out. He's fairly new to me. I know of this Kaka, but at the same time, haven't ever seen him play. Yeah, he's doing a decent job. I mean, the whole team are doing fine, but today, I suppose, I think playing away might make a difference for them, but let's see how they get on in this second half. Subs.
If Smuts hangs on, he's probably 4 points against two of the stronger teams in the division. He'd be happy with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's been a great start to his season. Let's go into the second half. We haven't seen Smuts at the moment, and we will go to Blues at 60 minutes in our usual way of their bad or tired situation there. Walker has come close, but it's not worked out. I mean, the bads would be the two strikers coming off, I imagine. Well, the two forward players there, they'd be the ones. I will just check that that is still the instruction from there. No changes for that. So we will go for two changes. That'll be Collins and Palacios, I imagine. Palacios being the attacking mid, he can come on. And Aristizabal off for Nunez.
See, this is the value of being live and watching the games because I'd be furious if you took Collins off for me, but then if I'm not in the chat, then I can't be furious.
Yeah, just
So
bad or tired at 60. I'm going to make the 2 changes of the 2
yeah,
worst attacking players. So
fair enough.
I'm just going to do that. I mean, Collins hasn't done anything this game, it's got to be said. And for Aussie's Dream, there are no sub instructions at all at this point, and everyone's still in the 80s. So I think it'll be a case of just leaving it and going with it.
Yeah, definitely.
There we are. So half an hour to go. Blues making changes and coming forward a little bit. Palacios it was, who was heavily involved in that one attack. But it's gone quiet for about 15 minutes.
Like 90 minutes of Goodison.
A yellow card for Taribo West. There's about as much action as we've had in this last bit. Oh, a penalty turned down there. Nunes was brought down potentially, but they've survived. And it's Mark coming off for Rihalati as a late change here, going off in the 90th minute. That's a bit of a blow with a knee injury there as well. One last chance maybe? No, nice and dull that second half, wasn't it? But Blues have done very well defensively.
Yeah, and I don't think either of them can say that they deserve to win that, to be honest.
No.
But Smokes is definitely going to be the happier of the 2 managers. Looked really, really solid for a back 4 that I'd never heard of bar one, and a midfield that had the probably best midfielder go off early doors. Yeah, fair play, Smokes. So you kind of building a little bit of momentum here, mate.
And Entree again with another goal, another decent performance, and so 3 games, average rating of 8 and 3 goals. Cannot be disappointed with that at all. Just could be a very, very positive result for them. But like we say, Blues fairly good in the defensive zones. Battery New with a great performance there.
Yeah, and it's again probably Davy Collins is, we don't want to say cost on the game, but he's done nothing.
Yeah, not really turned up.
Not something you would say very often about Collins, because he usually just makes something happen.
And the joint 4th best player on the pitch got man of the match, Kiko, with an 8. There were 3 9s.
A bit bizarre that. What's he got? What's he got a man of the match for?
A goal.
He's just pure his goal. Yeah,
must be, because I mean, Batrenew,
Scally look as though they've done the better performance, don't they? So
and Redson, so they've anyway, good result, and 4-1 it was indeed. On to the next game. We are going to go to Fortuna, then we'll go to Grove next game. Grove Pelham. We'll do it that order. I know Dimble might want an earlier game as well. But we go to Fortuna up against Badgers. Scott's here. Tato is. Is it still a boring game? I haven't even checked the score for a bit.
Yeah, I haven't either. It was nearly at half time, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I just haven't been able to check the score tonight, unfortunately. Last time out, Gondor 0, Fortuna 2, a double from Nakamura, and the team stays exactly the same for Fortuna as last time.
Remind us again the concept.
All the players, surnames A through Z, apart from Yao, who is X and Y, both together.
Yeah, I like that.
And nationalities were A to Z as well. There's no Q. Sorry, there's no O. There's no X. So they have Selness from no nationality.
Oh, 3-1. Jesus.
3-1.
Wow.
And Burnley were in the lead. Wow. Thank you, Scott and Quinton together there. Keane, Townsend, and Gray in 7 minutes after me. A goal from me. That's what everyone wanted to see there tonight.
Nice. Fair play them. I like it a lot. I like, big fan of the midfield arrows. And Ziraberto could be just about all you need, to be honest.
Wooder as well. Yeah. Thank you, Wooder.
I like it. I like the concept, and I like the 11. It's excusable that it looks strong, because the concept is actually, pretty original. So
a double concept indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, even though he's missed some else,
But what's he missed?
Well, you said there's no E or there's no whatever.
You can't. You can only have 25 players, and there's no nationality beginning with X. There's no players from Oman.
Right.
And he's managed to use every letter of the alphabet there.
Should have just got you to edit one in. randomly generated person
from Oman and one from
Oman and one from You would have done. You would have loved
Zylistan.
that. You would have been all over that. -1 potential. Oh, what's he came out as?
It'd be Ali
How
Al
big's
Habsi,
his
wouldn't it?
dick?
Yeah,
How
just
many nipples has he got? What colour hair has he got? You would have been all over that. You would have been postman with the editor. Yeah.
yes, that's the way forward. Let's have a look at Badgers. Last time around in the Cup, they beat Degerfors by 3-0, and this time out, Scott has picked the team, and Tato, I don't think, has seen the lineup for today, and it was a way of Scott getting the John Welsh defensive arrow going in.
Class midfield overload, love it. Riyadh and Jax, I love that they're both playing. They've got a little bit of a kind of half rivalry in the Super League going on. I know Scott is a fan of Jackson, Tato's a fan of Riyadh. I think Riyadh's been injured, and I'm not sure what the crack's been with Jax, but I don't think he's played. He definitely didn't play last night, did he?
No.
So yeah, it'll be interesting. But the front three, Riyadh, Collins, and Jax, are I'm going to call them the Bermuda Triangle because they're ridiculously good compared to what they should be on the game. It's just an absolute enigma. So it could be messy with them three up top.
Scott says he has seen it, and with the ellipsis after that, I assume that there were some comments on that. Anyway, I like it. I've got to say I like it.
He's seen it and decided to go to Goodison instead. So that tells you what he thinks of it.
And I am quite impressed with this Lee Young-Milevsky guy who's playing in midfield there. I think he'll be a great addition to the Red West Pacific side as well. So, predictions for that one. It's going to be an attacking feast, hopefully.
Yeah, I think this could be the highest scoring game that you've had this season.
Scoring of the season?
Go 4-4.
4-4. Peros Stall refereeing a second match tonight in 2 games. And let's take the chat predictions as we kick off the match. Hopefully there'll be an early goal and then people start predicting after that. Wooder's not bothered. Brilliant. It wouldn't be a match without that. 10 minutes in, there has been chances, but it was much more Badgers, and then Nakamura starts to get his foot on the ball a bit. Dimble going 2-all. I think Romeo's hit the frame there, coming close to scoring the opener. Mark Kerr went up to a 7 briefly, dropped back down, and the ratings wise, it seems much more in favour of Badgers. Bundjevcevic having a nightmare. I think it'll kill him, that, to be honest, if he was to stay on a 5. Larson on a 5 as well. 2 yellow cards of Badgers of Kufre and Firmani.
Loads of chances.
Yeah, there's probably as many chances as there were last game, but this one seems very much end-to-end. Taibbi's made a great save there. We haven't said that much this season in the Super League. But it's Milevsky taking a 3rd yellow card. And I didn't think you were bothered either, Dimbo. Coming up to half-time, 0-0, Larson on a 5, Echiog on an 8 with all his team on 7s, and just a handful of 6s amongst that. Yeah. I'm sure there were more. With lots of headers.
I like more.
There must have been lots of headers.
What's this header theory you have?
I don't think, unless they go in, that headers count as shots. Sometimes. I don't
really?
Think they do. Yeah.
Nice.
So Quinton's already making his substitutes. He's very, very efficient there. He's maybe running a few seconds in front of the stream rather than behind it. So we've got Goran coming off for. Let's just check the fitness and things very quickly. Yeah, he's on 87. He's not the best stamina in the world. Bundjevcevic coming off for Filipescu, and Ince to run the same as Kerr. And yeah, that's what he wants, isn't it? Written that on 25 minutes as Bundjevcevic was terrible. If you want to change, I assume you don't want to change and you just think he's got a bit better, and Larson is a better player. So we'll do that one. And Badgers, Scott, will go over to your side. There, Sebastian on 88 is not injured. Everyone else is fine. I assume there's not much that needs to go on there, but 60 minutes, of course, remember, in Swemp is an option for subs as well.
Yeah, I'd maybe be tempted by Asimovic because he's kind of just the same ilk of Jacques, Riyad and Collins.
A
as it is in
battering
60.
ram, in
Yeah,
isn't he, in this case?
yeah.
Very, very strong. Scott wants to leave it till 60. It was an entertaining first half. It probably produced better action than the stats suggested, but we'll see what the second half is. Zeriberto has gone up to an 8 just by kicking off, and it's, I don't know, it's still lots of action. Zeriberto with a chance, and Mark
Oh,
Kerr it is that has scored the opening goal. Echiog's up to a 9, with leaving the rest of his team on 7s now. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. And condition-wise, Rayad has joined Sebastian a bit lower down, but everyone seems to be fine. Must have just been loads of headers. Yeah, I think it is.
yeah. I think you bring the changes here, Scott. I think he's not one to kind of sit back and let a game pass him by. I think
Very
he
true. We'll go over to
definitely make
Fortuna.
changes.
Well, that's happening. Larson's still on a 5. Only Kerr, Ince, Fraser, and the 2 wing-backs are performing well, apart from Taibbi, we've got. And Ince down to 84, but he's not injured. So I'll skip that on the screen for a second for Quinton, and then back to the subs for Badgers. It's Cabello coming on for Rayad, and Harashimovic to come on for Phil Collins. There we are.
Good subs. Good
Yeah,
subs.
I think you called one of those as being pretty key. David Collins has been subbed twice tonight already. And Quinton
Yeah. Who
Romeo,
has the original Collins?
nobody. They are all clones.
Oh, okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
in the first season, everybody made was a clone, and I've only used originals this season if I've had to make extra clones. In that case, obviously, all
You're
all
fucking nuts,
all
you aren't
unique
you,
players
really?
were individuals.
You're absolutely fucking nuts, aren't you, really?
Well, I just didn't want to make loads. I had to make 4. I had to make 3 Gareth Southgate clones this season. Last season there was 1 Southgate, and this season there are 4. So somebody's got the original Southgate. Anyway,
Well,
Mashangajike has come on for Romeo. Just type mush.
see Scotty saying that he's dropped Collins for Wednesday night.
Mm.
He's probably he's fell off a cliff edge, really, hasn't he? Absolutely banged him in for fun when he first brought him in.
Yeah, it's. I think. I don't think it's anything to do with finding his level or anything. I think just a little bad run of form. He'll get through it. You know what? Form's temporary. And
Yeah, I'd definitely be happy to have a conversation with him in the summer about Davy Collins.
like, oh, Cabello's come on and gone off. This would, I assume, be a Macera move unless he wants to move Sebastian attacking mid and bring on Ashley Lyth and move Kufre out, but that's never going to happen, is it? Surely it would just be a
Particularly
Macera.
young Pure up there, couldn't you?
Yeah, is it a
He's got
fair
a
few
statue up
choices.
there, hasn't
Macera is
he?
the exact player that would
Sarah.
fit in
Yeah.
there, and Lyth is just as he is. Who's got the original poss? Oh, good job, he's not playing.
That blonde bird from the video, she's got him in his pocket.
Yeah, she had him. Sarah.
She had us all, Dan. She had us all.
Macera for Cabello. Cabello was the injured party, so let's push to the end of this game. Let's mush on, as said before. Arsenal. They're very funny, isn't it, from Quinton?
That's a good joke, that, isn't it?
That's what you get from spending too much time around me. Bad jokes.
Imagine that you sit in your robes, smoking a bubble pipe, just saying this sort of shit.
Ugo Echiog, man of the match. 1-0 Fortuna. That's 2 clean sheets, isn't it, for them this season? Been a good start to them. 2 wins. Mark Kerr with the winning goal. And, Badgers had a few more chances, but were caught off. Well, both sides were caught offside a lot.
Yeah, really attacking kind of lineups, really, in terms of movement from midfield forward, but just couldn't get shots on target or just a lot of headers, as you say.
And Echiog was doing a particularly decent job in there as well. There weren't that many headers being played in the entire game. Echiog seems to be top of a lot of the stats for this one. Kufre with 5 key tackles is very strange. Horse wears a cravat and blows bubbles from a pipe. I'm not piping anything. And
Ivan Posma.
and Benoit Coe was heavily involved with Paul Ince. Look at that. Coe and Ince doing a great job there in midfield, letting Mark Kerr just lose his Mark Kerr and score a goal.
Awful.
Yeah,
awful.
Terrible, wasn't it?
Big win for Fortuna, and yeah, Badgers will be disappointed with that. Their front three, you would never think you've got Reard, Collins, and Jacks on the pitch if you don't score. Disappointing. Unlucky lads.
4-4 prediction, 1-0 result, but still an entertaining game. Fine with that. So we go to. We're going to Pelham while Dimble is here and awake, but then Dangley's is like a later game, isn't it, for the show? It keeps Woodery, doesn't it? And it might bring Steve back later on, you never know. Pelham, for last time out, played the 0-0 with Badgers, so Badgers haven't scored this season, forgot that. But looking at the team for today, small changes. Jamie Forrester's in up front, and Butterfield is playing on the right-hand side as a wing-back. Dean Gordon moves to left-back. Quinton, good evening to Quinton, and say hello to Stefan, please do. We'll see you later on. Thanks for playing. Dimble, don't worry, we are happy to accommodate your earlier fixture. Dangley's, well, we're just happy with Dangley's being on later, so that's all good. So yeah, Jamie Forrester in, Gordon's moved back, Butterfield has moved into a wing-back position, and the centre-backs have switched sides.
Yeah, I've got to be really kind about this Pelham 1878, 1878 tiny lineup, because I think my fat horse might be gracing the mean streets of Grimsby sometime soon. So the Grimsby locals will be out for us if I don't. Don't know who any of the fucking players are.
Alan Powelton is great though, isn't he?
Yeah, other than Vance Warner, who disgraced himself with the Danglies last season, I think.
That was Tony Warner.
Was it Tony Warner? Was
the goalkeeper? Yeah.
Nah.
With his 2 in a match, he got a 2.
Class
against me.
Yeah, I don't know many of the players. Danny Butterfield, obviously know him.
John Welsh there on the bench.
Love it. John Welsh, yeah, lovely wonder kid. And obviously Mendonca. I'm sick of fucking hearing about Mendonca all season. Let's hope he doesn't bring him on. Honestly, he was meant to be like Nostradamus, like the coming of the second coming of Christ. Mendonca apparently for Dudley, but Jesus, I'm sick of fucking hearing. Nearly as bad as Raquelme. All I've heard about is Mendonca and Raquelme all summer.
Imagine I think he should have signed Clyde Mendonca instead of Mendonca. I think it would have been a better deal. Anyways, it's what they don't have in the first team. They've got some other great players. Ivano Benetti, not making his debut yet, but 37 years old, still looking superb. Would have bringing back the comment about Avon again. We had that last season, didn't we? Was that a chant or a real life thing? I don't know.
Just your dad sells Avon, just an insult. Your dad's that brassic that he goes around the doors selling hand creams and face creams.
Good news for Grove fans today.
Who do you think in Super League sell Avon? If you had to pick out, I think Fifey would definitely sell Avon. Do you? Who do you think would sell Avon?
Me.
Yeah, you would. You would definitely sell Avon. You would do the Ann Summers parties.
I'd do it boring as well, wouldn't I? Anyways,
class. So, Steve would sell Tupperware. Steve would have a Tupperware party.
Tupperware Steve. That's his nickname, isn't it?
Tupperware Steve.
Dario Silva is on the bench tonight. Great news for fans of
Dimble. Fifey sells Tupperware. Class.
Fans of Dario Silva, superb. Fans, we've got I like Tupperware, and I haven't bought any actual Tupperware for many years, and maybe that should be the conversation for tonight. Things that don't exist anymore that were obviously much better than the real things that they have these days. Radion, what happened to Radion? That's a great question.
My 2 lasting memories of Tupperware are getting fucking bollocked anytime I didn't bring it home, which still happens now with the missus. and then like just opening a cupboard, wanting a drink, just fucking Tupperware jumping out of you, smashing you in the face.
And I'm just
Doesn't
gonna,
change the memory.
for the benefit of the camera, I've got a Tupperware
Oh, let's have a look.
Tupperware
Where are
box
you? I
here,
can't see you.
and
Move the
it's
cam screen. I can't see you. Where's you?
inside my Tupperware box is a whole load of old model Formula One cars from the 1990s with
I
like
can't see it because you're sharing your screen.
you can get your screen back on. Anyway, I'll put a little picture out later on. It's got some old Formula One cars and a 1993 Nigel Mansell Indy car. That's what you need in the world these days, and that's what some streams are lacking. Tupperware with Formula One cars in. Anyway,
Andrew Allen saying SodaStream was the bollocks.
they brought it back, didn't they?
There was two things I was never well off enough to have, because we used to have money from the Provi and hide behind the settee when she used to come for our death. SodaStream, never had a SodaStream. So if you had a SodaStream, you were a Tory.
So Mr. Allen liked to get busy with the fizzy.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you had a genuine Mr. Frosty, you were also a Tory. And I was very, very jealous of you. Also, if you could afford the heating on, you were also a Tory, and I was very jealous of you. But yeah, that's the story for another day.
Yeah, SodaStreams came back. I don't know if they're still. I'm sure they're still going now.
Definitely,
yeah,
definitely. I think they're available in Argos and Wilkinsons and all that bollocks.
But yeah, a word out to the Pelham kit for today. Very nice indeed. See that light grey with the darker red.
It's a little bit. Liverpool had a kit like that, and I think United had a kit like that as well. The kind of grey. Did they have that grey one? That Sharp was the sponsor on it.
Oh, with the one that they ended up changing shirts at half time.
Yeah, because they said it cost them the game or something. Yeah,
3-1 defeat to Southampton. Yeah,
but the grey and red's definitely a favourite Liverpool kit of mine. The Candy sponsor one. Yeah, yeah.
Better than the Standard Chartered one. Anyway, predictions for this one. I think it's worth just a little homage to some other wonderful leagues. Let's look at the match stats before we kick off. So, there we go.
Grove, I think, unfortunately, should have a little bit too much quality, but as we seen last night in Super League, Dimble can definitely punch above his weight, but not his height. So yeah.
Mike Savage saying he had that grey United shirt. I believe I had the goalkeeper shirt of that. If that was the blue away goalkeeper shirt at the time, then that's the one that I had. Anyway, we go on to David, who said 3-0 to Pelham. So he's going confident for the away side, unlike my co-commentator who's backing Grove, and nobody else is bothered because they're all thinking about old things that were great and Tupperware and such like.
Yeah,
and it's 1-0. Milan Baros has scored. He's going to get a pack of toffos if he gets the winning goal for today. Especially the fruity toffos with banana flavour ones.
No, bad shout. I imagine you were into them. You weird.
Yeah, banana toffos were great. Yeah, they were really good. Strawberry ones were good as well. It's 2-0 and Baros. There he goes. He can have a Maverick chocolate bar as well. Wonderful. What a great first half that is for him at this part. Dimble was saying 0-0, but unfortunately the nil part is still working for the away side, but a chance maybe to go forward. It's Forrester, and he does pull one back. Nice. 2 bites at the Jerry there. And it was Alan Poughton who didn't correct creative there. Need the League 2 graphics to guess. Is that real words?
Quick question before we go to this hot thing stats. Do you remember when Monster Munch brought out the crisps that turned your tongue blue? Do you remember that?
I do not. I remember the beef burger ones and the spaghetti sauce ones.
Yeah.
I don't remember any blue Monster Munch.
Okay. Interesting.
Were they real?
Yeah, mate. Just like sugar on a cucumber as a watermelon.
I remember the Blue Smarties, the massive thing about Blue Smarties.
So it's just up your nose, yeah.
Anyway, so look at that, Grove scoring there, 2 shots on target.
Was there another thing about Blue Smarties? Were we not referring to the E numbers and you were a bit hyper?
It was purely that they were, there was a big sort of competition about Blue Smarties or something that they had before, or something about, they took them out
you had to find the giant Blue Smarties, didn't you?
There was definitely something I used to like. They were better in cylindrical tubes and not hexagonal, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll go to Pelham. because Nimble's here.
We'll go back to champ. We'll go back to champ. What everybody's here for? Yeah.
No, I don't know if they are. I think in this league, I think it's sort of it's a feast of things. We serve two things at once, two courses at once. Dimble sees Forrester with a bit of an injury. Is he bothered? He's got the goal.
Still in the game.
Yeah, definitely. And just going over to the other side quickly to watch out for injuries. There's no injuries there. They're doing well. They've got to 60 minutes. Saul Campbell doing a great job, but he's on a yellow card. Cans of Iron Brew for 19.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, 19 pence cans of Iron Brew. I remember that.
And let's look at his response to that as well.
I also remember as well. Do you remember when Vimto first came out?
When what came out?
Vimto, Fizzy Vimto.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if your school had the same, because I think we're more or less around the same age, but so Vimto kind of came in the school, full commercial, like launch, t-shirts, caps, a lot, and basically the more Vimto you drunk, the more cans you handed back in, you got points, kind of like the tickets at the arcade, and if you got so many tickets, you got like bikes and you got CD players. I had so much Vimto, my piss turned purple. I can't drink Vimto ever again because it just makes it sick.
We never had any sort of competition and any sort of promotion in a school about Fizzy Vimto. That sounds interesting. Yeah. Cabbage flavour fruit pastels. That's
what?
Is that Gracie? Are you wanting them or were they real? Or I mean, I like all this stuff. This is.
Cabbage flavour fruit pastels. You've got to be messing there. Got to be messing. Tweet us a picture of that, Greavesy. Cabbage flavoured fruit pastels.
The second
half. Just because you had them in your back pocket and you just used to shit on them in maths class or something and then eat them for the crack.
Tell everybody they were cabbage flavour. A Hasbro board game last month from Ribena.
Last month. just sitting completing Ribena competitions at home as a 30-year-old bloke.
He's just making jokes about Cluedo, I believe. So anyway, we've gone to Pelham first before Grove because Dimble is here. So your players look fine fitness wise. Danny Butterfield's having a bit of a nightmare, but what will happen here? Brian Hughes, will he be called on?
Maybe. I think he's maybe not going to change much and just try and stay in the game as late as possible. I think it's only 2-1 still, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, I'll tweet it when it arrives. It didn't tell us which one, but it's on its
way. Competitions used to be a thing, though, didn't they? You don't get that anymore. Write in, draw a picture of your dog as a superhero, and you'll win Haribo or something like that.
I really wish that it was Brian Butterfield playing for Pelham. I just think his diet plan would work really well for every team, and then afterwards they can go and join him for the karaoke bar.
Greavesy said that fruit pastels had a mystery competition where it had a mystery flavour, and if you guessed it correctly, you won a prize. That was not a thing.
No, but it is. It's like they have it with Fanta, don't they? So it's quite possible. Mm-hmm. Grove, watch out for injuries. And I'm just going to look at the news from. You can talk because I'm going to just look at the sub.
That's the kind of thing a sex offender uncle says to you. Come here, try this. Put this in your mouth. Guess what flavour it is? It's cabbage. It's cabbage flavour. Pack it in, Uncle Stephen. Get away from us.
Defoe is coming off for Dario Silva. Worst performing striker coming off there. Lime and black pepper Walker's crisps. I didn't have them. I've got to say I didn't have them, and in fact I don't think I saw any.
Chocolate and chili they did for a while as well, didn't they?
I like chocolate and chili sort of generally.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Of course I do. Let's get back into the game. We're a little bit slow on the matches tonight, but it's not taking anything away from the entertainment of the evening. Maybe we will speed it up, but at the same time I'm enjoying it. It's we've had some faster shows sometimes, and we've definitely had some slower shows. But who cares when there's more than just the football going on here. 2-1 it is still. Will there be a fourth goal?
One more chance for Pelham later on, I think.
Oh, not bad. They got a corner and Burnett has come close, and I think Shang was it. that hit the post, and a penalty looked like it turned down at the end. But who was that to? A yellow card and a free kick. Oh, when it's full time, and Milan Baros has got a 10. But let's just have a look and see what was turned down at the end of the game there. It was Baros.
Tried to chip him.
There was something about something turned down, but
there we are.
Yes, Warner pushed Dario Silva, so it might have been if penalties a Grove at the end.
So we have had the bar hit, the post hit, a corner, a chip from halfway, and then a penalty turned down.
All at the end of that match. That was a great end to it. And Pelham, could have deserved a draw. Well done to Grove for defending stoutly, but Pelham performed well.
Much better. Again, kind of punches above his weight time and time again. He's class. Dimble's class at this game.
Yes, yeah, he knows what he's doing. Definitely knows what he's doing. Even in a game where you can't change instructions. Smirtine, yeah, not as good as yesterday. Smirtine. Baros, though, 2 shots, 2 goals. And what else did he do? Not a whole load to get a 10, to be honest, but very well played.
Just have a little click on Alexi Smirtin there. Just have a little click on him there. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Cabbage flavoured fruit pastel.
And to look into the Pelham side, Butterfield didn't play well. Hughes came on and performed better. Mendonca looked all right, but Alan Poughton it was who was their key player. And I suppose it doesn't surprise that Poughton's up there, but Appleton, a bit of a weaker match today.
Yeah, but the stats look good, in terms of passes and in terms of tackles. Zhang and Warner are actually just doing ridiculously good, dirty work.
Getting 7s.
Yeah, you probably do see it. Obviously, it's a great concept. It's probably one of the most original there is in the league, and as a result, it probably just leaves them a little bit short up top in terms of quality. But if you Dimble, you take that against some of the stars in that first 11 for Grove.
Yes, yeah. Looking forward to the rematch later in the season. Pelham at home could give them the edge in that one. Do you want your game a bit later on, or do you want it now?
Yeah, we'll do it now. Let's do it now.
So, last time out for the Red West Pacific, you were beaten 3-0 by Grove, so it shows the performance of Pelham. A change of formation for yourself today, and it's certainly, there's arrows all over the place. Nakazawa looking a bit lonely without one.
It is inspired by the nuclear meltdown at the Fukushima plant. You can see that on both sides of the pitch there is a collapse top and bottom, and there's just absolute chaos going on in the middle, which is an ode to the disaster of the Fukushima nuclear power plant. So hopefully we do the same to Springfield's nuclear power plant, because they're bastards.
Dimble is enjoying his concept more than the East Coast one, which I enjoyed last season. I did enjoy it, but yeah, the Pelham one I understand is great, isn't it? It's really good. Captain, is it right with no captain?
No captain number 14, please.
You want? She. There we are.
She may be the things I can.
You have to find a picture of Hong Shi and put him on, and then put that music on, and then get banned for copyright. Anyway, so 10 and 11, Nakayama and Ryankyu Sa.
I haven't got fucking any idea who half these players are, to be honest. Like, I'm just here for the crack and the discussion around cabbage food pastels. So yeah.
Anyway, good night, Dimble. Thank you very much for being here tonight. It's a shame you're not going to watch the quality match that we've got ahead of us.
Come on, Dimble. Fuck's sake, lads. Jeez, just sat through 90 minutes of a fucking Grimsby tribute team, and now you're going.
She's electric. Superb, P. Well done. Yeah, and of course for today, Sprungfelt playing with another different formation, because that's the way Mr. Savage rolls. I am just checking that there shouldn't be arrows out wide, because there probably should be. No, yes there are. Big arrows on the right. I'm doing that for you. That's wrong. That is where we're up to, and the rest of it is correct.
I love this concept. I think the content's been You would have keys out of my keys out of my life. Um, I think the content he's put out is great, the graphics and all that sort of stuff's great. However, right, I have issues with him. Oh, I'll just happen to squeeze Olasidebi and Ronaldo in there, and I'll just get Nedved in there because because there's no other players on the game called Ned. There's no players on the game called Lisa in their name, and there's no other players with Ron in their name.
No, he's called Ronaldo. He's the actual Brazilian orphan boy called Ronaldo.
Yeah, but there's about 15 Ronaldos on the game. You
I
know this
almost
from me.
put I almost put a squad together of Ronaldos too. Not in this, but in another game I was going to do. I was thinking of having a squad of Ronaldos versus a squad of like all the same names playing for different teams and seeing which name came up best. But instead I didn't. Anyway, so Jeff
I imagine
Whitley.
that's one of your 400 ditched concepts or ditched days on the
I have a
editor.
lot of different ideas, and none of them are any good. But no, you pick Ronaldo's pants. That's what you want there, Mike.
If you had anything about you, if you had a bit of pride, this is Division 2. This isn't fucking the Virgins in Division 1, right? Me concepts, the best players on the game. Come on, Savage. Come on.
It must be said the strongest team, strength-wise in this division. Do you want to guess who it is?
Is not the Red West Pacific.
It is Grove.
It is it? Okay.
Yeah. Grove have the strongest. In terms of their first 18 players, Grove is the strongest side in the division. But yeah, interesting. I think their Savage, his team, I think is sort of top 5, but not the top, and possibly third or fourth. Anyway, fixture for this one: Sprungfelt in their away kit today, and the Red West playing in their red. And look who's refereeing today: Per Olofsdahl, taking charge for the 3rd time in 4 matches tonight.
Nice. Paralofsdahl. I'm trying to think of something funny to say around that, but I'm not going to bother. Come on, the Red West Pacific. Come on.
Let's crack on at the Wood with Bob's Arena. Seeing what happens here. The commentary seems slow. It is slow. And Sprungfelt Ronaldo with his scored the opening goal.
You've just picked the greatest striker, probably one of the greatest strikers of all time. Well done. He scored you the goal there against,
Kawaguchi.
Yeah.
Chances of a premium in the last 5 minutes. It's gone very, very quiet. But then going forward, Ronaldo with another chance, and Kawaguchi makes a save this time. And again, it's Sprungfelt attacking, but then Nakayama has just missed a target here. 1-0 as it stands, just over 35 minutes, just around 35 minutes in. Olasidebi with a chance to score, and then coming forward the other end. Red West Pacific gets stopped on the attack. They're coming forward another time.
I don't think they've been too bad here.
Absolutely fine so far. It might be 1-0, but it's a close game. Carbone it is, who puts it in. Carbon Rod gets it for 2-0. And it's half time.
Keys like the wind. Fuck class. Oh. Fuck Ronaldo. Fuck Sprungfelt. Joke of a team.
She's on a 5.
That's fine.
Let's have a look at the stats. No shots for the Red West Pacific. I thought they had one. From Nakayama.
Brilliant. Inspiring stuff.
We'll go to Savage, who some of his players have been passengers, and they're still doing all right. 1 tackle's the most anybody's won for them, so they haven't had to do a lot with it. They must have had a lot of the ball. No, they haven't. We'll just go and see what Savage wants to do. Sub-wise, 79 for Ronaldo.
I think he's going to bring Ruud van Nistelrooy for Ronaldo and Pablo Aimar on for Pavel Nedved.
Oh, Rod Flan Nistelrooy, is it?
Yeah, and Pablo Aimar for the quickie Mart. So yeah.
Homer. That's what needs to come on. It is wonderful to see Ronaldo with his goal. Yeah, wonderful to see Ronaldo with his goal. Mike, what are you going to do? And Doug and yourself, you've got Ranku Sarr. They're on 80% with a shin injury. Ronaldo, he's going to be coming off.
Ronaldo off 4. Fantastic.
Sideshow Bob.
It couldn't be. It could. Yeah, he's just putting a quick phone call in.
Bob Peters. Yeah, there we are.
It's class.
Mole Man would be great to come on there. Yeah, I think I had a player that I decided would be Hans Moleman, but I couldn't remember who it is. Anyway,
Hans the old butt. I don't know.
That's Postman's favourite.
Yeah, go on, another Red West. Let's have a look on the actual tactic screen.
Oh yeah, they're on this one.
Go on. Yeah, don't know where any of these players play. Let's go Ji Hai Sun for Wu.
Yeah.
And then Yoon Young Hwan for Hao.
Where's he gone? There he is.
Number 9. And then Choi Young Soo for Nakayama.
Came right in the middle.
There we go.
Lovely.
And Ruud van Nistelrooy on for Ronaldo, please, as well.
Not bothered.
Okay, not bothered. Yeah.
So this next bit, and again, the commentary goes slow on a game involving these two teams. Still don't quite get why it just does. I know it sometimes early in the season it does it. Nedved, it is.
Oh, what a surprise! What a
3-0.
surprise there. Well done. Fantastic. Be really proud.
Carbone is with the goal with the 9. Sorry, Mr. Savage. Any substitutes here? Carlson, is he injured? No, he isn't. That's what you've been facing with, and your ratings are you still got Burns on a 6 at this point. Are you making another change? And obviously, are you sticking with the same personnel, Mr. Duggan?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Well, you can't make any subs. let's just think about it that way. Yeah, so keeping everyone in the same positions. Carbone off for Lurling. There we go. Same run. Yes, of course. Same run. He's got to do the same. Let's push on. 3-0 it is. And again, it doesn't slow down this time. I thought it had. Chances coming for De Flandre it was with the chance to score. At that point, an injury to Eddie Pope. Now, will we get in there with some Willie Byrne coming on at the moment? Is that what the plan is, to bring on?
Yeah, come on, just do it.
It must be.
Come on.
It must be. I mean, it could be Homer because De Flandre can play in defence, but I'll make it and be prepared to switch it over. I don't think he was expecting to have to make another sub this game. I think he's basking in the glory of another win. What's it going to be? Burn. There we are.
Oh, savage.
See, that was just 4 minutes after the last substitute as well. 5 minutes after. I didn't realise. I thought it was quite close to the end of the match, to be honest. Groundskeeper Willie Byrne has gone on, and a chance, and it was a good save that time, I believe. We are just under 10 minutes now away from full time. Chances again. Duff coming close to scoring from his centre back role, and the last few minutes, another offside given, and a chance for Red West Pacific. Will they get a shot in before the end of the game? No. But did they? One off target.
Fantastic. Well done, lads.
You got the shot in. Definitely got the shot in.
I think the vast majority of teams in this league are a +3 head start. So we've got a point there. We've got a nils each.
Look at Nanami with his passing there. 47 completed passes during that game. A bright spark within the side, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. A bright star across the pile of shit.
Mate Savage describes it as an absolute shutdown, but maybe it was a meltdown that was occurring in that game. Terrible. De Flandre, though, with 56 completed passes. Now that's 2 players in this match who've really gone for it in there. Wonderful.
Yeah. They're wonderful, mate. Ronaldo, Nedved, fantastic. Really original, fantastic. Fabian Barthez in goal as well. Come on. The only player with the word Bart in his name as well. Yeah, fantastic, savage.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I've got a Bart in my team. I have a Bart. And we're going to see the Bart in action. What's happened here? I've changed my team for tonight.
Not got your team in on time, Dan?
I've changed my team.
No,
Anyway,
Fife will not be happy. It's poor commitment to the cause.
That is very strange, isn't it? I changed my team because I did it at work at lunchtime. Anyway, I'll just make then the minimum changes that I need to make this work.
Is that how it works? Is it?
Well, I can't play players who aren't there. Yeah. So I would be playing Kirsten, but obviously I can't play Kirsten now. I can't change my team now, so I'll just play with that team and go for that. It's missing Kaluzny, it's missing Ho, it's missing Kirsten, it's missing Billy. I'll just have to go with it because I did change it, but it's
just got to get your team in on time, Dan, haven't you?
Oh, and this player's unfit. Here we go. Anyway, so I will go with that. That's an absolute nightmare. picked all the teams.
Game, mate. Just savage there. You've definitely got the best concept in the whole league. Class, love it.
Wood are telling me I can change my team, but no.
Nothing about Wood with Wobbs, so he's absolute disrespect for the rules.
No, so I've cost myself that game definitely. We're not saving my team. Wonderful. Anyway, and Boston going in with a change team with fit players. Yeah, there you go. With that, I'm going to get absolutely destroyed. I've got my reserves out from the cup. So anyway, very strong there. Boston team.
The right back, Christian Pinucci, love it. £25 million man, Dimble. Montella up top. He's again, if there's someone in the league that I would expect to go for a concept hidden as really good players, even though they're Serie B players, they're still really good players. With Montella in there, it's Greavesy.
Yeah, and they're definitely going for it this game. Predictions: a win for Greavesy, definitely.
Greavesy definitely cheats at Monopoly. Do you think Greavesy's the type of bloke that makes himself banker at Monopoly? I think. Only you put it out on the social. Yeah, absolutely. If you had one on the socials, then you would have maybe had a battle there. But yeah. I think it's probably 3-0.
Let's see how we can get on with this one. It's damage limitation and a red card. Wonderful. So it's not damage limitation at all. It's how can you make the game worse. So here goes. We will just. I'm going to do that then. No one likes playing our players in front of each other.
I'll tell you who's going to be hating that. Wood I will have a meltdown with that. You watch the that comes through with that straight line now.
Oh, that's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. 13 minutes into the match. And there we are. Beinlich sent off. Beinlich wouldn't be starting either. No, Albert's plays.
Yeah, but he is. You know why he is? Because you didn't get your fucking team in on time, Dan. Come on.
Anyways, there we are, 1-0.
And the deadline was last night anyway. 9 p.m. last night was the deadline. So why are you doing a dinner thing today for?
No, but everyone's teams are in at 12. They're going in today.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I didn't change it, but I did. But I didn't.
You sound so deflated.
I am. I am this one, yeah. Yeah, look at that. 5-5-5-5. Awful.
Yeah, Andrew Allen says you're too busy trying to be a big time Super League manager now to be bothered the Swemp side.
We'll go to Boston because if he is here, Greavesy, he can make his changes first. We've got Panucci on 86. He's carrying a knee injury at this point. And what else have we got? We have got, I haven't had time to look at my opposition. Conticchio, there we are, superb. Anyway, and I'll just make my changes while I wait, of which I will make 2 at half time.
You're full 11.
Well, I don't want to take Burma off because he's one of your best players, but I think he's not injured. He's not injured. He's done probably a little bit better than his name. Let's take Albert's off for Gramosis, and What else do you do at this point? I think it's going to be Jurgen Kohler.
Jurgen Kohler, get him up there.
He's going to come on for. I'm just going to check which on a 5. Which defenders are on 5s? Yeah, they're all on 5s. Wonderful. You can come off a high hairy cock. Lovely. Kohler. There we are. Wonderful. I believe in the fortitude of Mr. Horse. Thank you very much, Mr. Savage. And Boston, well, he's not here to make subs, I don't think. So we will kick on with the second half, get to 60, and if he comes back, then it'll be a perfect chance for him to make some subs. Anyway, second half gets started with a little bit of coming forward for Mega Horse, but not a lot. And then Dionigi is with a chance to score. And it's 2-0. Zauli again is with the second goal. If he is here, well, I think apart from Panucci, everyone seems quite well. Conticchio has 5 for stamina. So that's where we are with that. And for Mega Horse, they will make a third sub, which is always a nightmare when you've got a goalkeeper that could easily come off. Is there any point? I don't know. Because Chihon's on 4. Chihon is having an absolute nightmare here. Just like I am. And we will see. I don't know. Let's just collapse, I think.
Genuinely stressed on it. I can feel it. I can see it and I can feel it.
Yeah, because it was like the reserves were playing just to play that cup game. And now all the best players are out of the first team, apart from who starts it? Alberts is the only starter from that first team.
I don't know if you know, Dan, but the chairman made it really clear that he hasn't got the time to be chasing teams this year, this season. He just hasn't got the time.
Didn't chase my own team.
Show him a little bit of respect and get your team in on time.
Can they make it? Keep it at 2-0. That would be quite nice if they did. And the despair in the voice. It's just the resignation of trying to sort the teams out at lunchtime. She's got meetings after work. Anyways, 15 minutes to go. Zauli looking like he's going to score a hat-trick here, to be honest. And we shall see what happens over the last few minutes. Can they at least keep it to 2? It'll be quite nice. 2. And at least he was on a 5 at the end. Simon Jensch has at least performed well. Awful performance. Awful team performance.
That's straight line, just 5s all the way.
Well, with 10 men, that's it's not the worst result in the world.
He played 80 odd minutes with 9, 10 men.
Yeah, and it shows one shot on target. Michael Preetz, the 4th choice striker. Oh well. And Amore, that's Amore doing well there, isn't it? Baldini, Torricelli, Zauli, great performances. Yeah, I think the most disappointing manager might well be Greavesy. There was only 2-0.
Yeah, absolute mercy killing that. Yeah. I don't think you can take looking at that anymore, Dan. I'm worried.
There we go.
Going into Samaritans in a second.
2 matches to go. Glad to get that one out of the way. And it's Flamingos versus.
You just chucked yourself out the window there. Just let them know.
Oh, that was horrendous. Anyway, we go to this match between the Flamingos.
Oh yeah, I remember this team.
Gondor.
This is Stephen Fifey's team, isn't it? And
Indeed.
this is the epitome of, it's a concept, but I'm also going to chuck in Harry Kewell and Emil Penza in there as well, and Kieran Dyer. But it's a concept. So yeah, well done, Fifey.
I'm just going to make sure I've pulled his squad numbers up on my screen.
Too good.
There we are.
Too good.
Penza this season, 1-1.
Yeah, he's just too good. He's not amazing on it, to be fair. Like, he's a clone, is he?
He's the original because he was picked first, and then the other team having the clone that have him, which is Trumpton, I think.
Trump pick squad, yeah.
Yeah, Trump's a big squad. 5 selecting squad numbers. No, nothing wrong with that. I had squad numbers as well. It's all good. Although at least he's got his team in. Anyway, so a decent side for Flamingos, and for Gondor, we just go to these squad numbers. By the way, they are here. Aquilani at 4. Barry Ferguson is number 8.
Come on,
and Brugink
picking numbers
at 28.
Away.
Me.
Come on. Oh, can I just go back and make sure that Key's number 7?
We number 7. Brugink captain for that, unless Fifey did pick someone else as captain, but I will make sure I change that if you did. And for Gondor, they're going unchanged after the last time they beat Grove 3-2. A great performance.
Kenny Lunt on the bench. Kenny Lunt not even getting on the bench.
When Carl Leeburn is in the team.
Yeah, I'm all in on Kenny Lunt. And Amadou Carr. Love it. Think he's class.
Yes, good player. Played out of 7 last game, did well. Of course, Kearney on with 2 goals this season for the team. Fifey, let's have a look, was AA, but carry on. In fact, if I look at your team for tonight, captain is Gray next to Goodland. There we go.
Yes, I mean, Fifey's the last person that should be lobbing out shouts about teams being wrong.
Seth Johnson's good, but we'd rather see Jason McAtee. Anyway, predictions for today with this one. I will. It is grey. It is grey next to him, but you know what? I will, because I'm a nice person. I'll put Archibald in as your captain. Hang on, nice Aquilani, I suppose, rather than hang on, which AA?
Yeah,
I think it's Aquilani rather than Archibald. Archibald has 14 influence, and Aquilani has 14 influence. At least it was picked. Shocking.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy, so I'll do it now, even though Duggan specifically stopped me from doing my team. 3-0 Flamingos.
3-0 Flamingos. Off we go. From Tropical Bird, and the commentary is slow. So it's definitely Samuel Johnson taking a yellow card early on, and we're just under 10 minutes in, and it's a goal there. It's Penza with the opening goal. And Archibald has made it 2, unless it was the other way around and I missed it.
It was the other way around, yeah.
I didn't even see the first goal.
Listening skills again. Well done,
yeah. Well, it's the watching skills.
You're just thinking about what went wrong at dinner time, aren't you?
I'm looking at the commentary down at the bottom and thinking I completely, because it's just the red and blue is actually quite difficult to read.
Really trippy.
Yeah, so Archibald is with an early goal. It was after 6 minutes, and then it was Penza after 10. And it seems very, very much in favour of Flamingos. I think, if I'm going to say anything about the Gondor team, I think Neville Southall is definitely the liability in this team. That he's playing at 43 years old. He's playing over the other 2 goalkeepers. Penza it is. But Modokar has scored to make it 3-1 half time. Yeah, when you got Emil Barron and I can't remember who the third choice keeper is, it's definitely an interesting choice to have Neville Southall with 1 for agility in goal.
I think Gondor are 4-3 up at half time because Flamingos are 3-0 plus 3 on the handicap. So Fifey needs to score 2 more to get a win.
Fifey, as I said, it would be 4-3 in this game. 3-1 at half time, looking very, very solid. All in the 90s. What are you going to do? Sub-wise, I would probably say not much. Aquilani that's the weak link in the team so far. No tackles won. He's on a 6. Look at that. 13-10, 13-10, 13-10. That's very interesting. Little bit of number patterns going on. Only 1 Gondor player has completed 10 passes, and it's Kearney one. So
number patterns there again, 13-10. Yeah, I don't know what he can do really. Santiago Aragon, I think that's the coolest fuck name. It's definitely the coolest name in the division, I think.
Who's that?
Santiago Aragon.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Santiago Aragon at all. Absolutely nothing to do with him. Gondor, in terms of sub instructions for today. Nah, nothing at the
But
moment.
Fifey would really like to see his stats again because being 3-1 up at half time is a really stressful thing, Dan.
I wouldn't
And
know.
he really needs to think long and hard about whether he's bringing Barry Ferguson on or Bojan Djordjic.
Sometimes I think some of the best ways to have a look at your team in a bit more detail is to pause the stream. It's that pause button, isn't there? Anyway.
Or look at the team offline when you're actually submitting everybody else's team as well. That's a really good way to see stats for your team.
Williams for Dyer. It is going to be at this point. He's lost his 5% of fitness, so it's time for he goes off for a little rest. Here we are. Okay. And we will push into the next bits. Only checking who's on the bit. Well, there we go. Anyway, lovely. Into the second half we go. And, well, chances again for Flamingos. Sampan trying to do his best with defensive play, but it seems quite comfortable at the moment in terms of Flamingos attacking, holding out, and we go to subs, and Stephen McPhee is up to a 10 without a goal. You missed first sub.
He said stop Duggan Moore and Johnson for Big E.
Oh, how did I know? How did I even see that?
Because you're a really good listener. That's why.
It just says stop Duggan Mourning Johnson. I thought you meant Samuel Johnson on the other team. I have absolutely no idea. Anyway, so there we are. Let's do that sub there. Yeah, he can come on. Yeah, he wasn't so much missing it. It was just really unclear within the instructions. Anyway, it's been made. It's been made now. And do you want a third sub? Question there. I will just go and have a quick look at Gondor while we do that. Apologies for missing that one. Diop on 83. No, he's okay. Yeah, turning into a shambles now. No, not by, not intentionally. Anyway, it's been a long day, but I won't use it as an excuse. I'll crack on.
Long day. Didn't get me team in. Got absolutely bummed off Greavesy.
Well, buying it cost me.
Fucking give me life to this concept, and I can't even have dispensation, even though I'm the chairman.
No,
burning it down.
No, it wasn't there. The team wasn't saved on my lunch break, so I've got to make do with how it is. And Davy Johnson's hit the bar. Coming towards the end of the game, it is still maybe one of the footballs before they. No, it's fine. I'll just make sure I try and read all the chat. It's just, in fact,
it's just fighting.
I was going to say, is it a chat or is it a monologue? It's 3-1 at full time, and Stephen McPhee with man of the match there. Dominant performance for Flamingo, very very good. They're back on form. Gondor, after they win on Grove, it's unfortunate for them to drop down a bit, but Stephen McPhee 2 assists, a 10 out of 10, and a very good performance. Archibald doing well in defence.
Kind of makes you wonder why Fifey came up with a concept that he could squeeze Mpenza into, because he clearly hasn't had an impact on this game at all. Just like clearly wasn't the reason why Devils won the Super League last season. So yeah, question why Mpenza's in this team.
Yeah, well, I think he might do something this season a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, well done to Steve Mac.
Fifey says just like he's home, like he's talking to himself.
Chris Perry failed to put tackles in properly. Samuel Johnson did the same. In fact, only Palmodukar and Fusini were actually effective at tackling this game. Diop not so bad, and yeah, Gondor probably quite relieved that the match finished. I suppose at the end of that one, no subs. There was no point in making the changes for them at that point, when the team were okay and there were no specific instructions. So, on to the final game of the night. Danglies versus D'Originale.
Where is Steve?
D'Originale. He did say that he might not be on tonight. He said he was going to try and watch secretly. I don't know what that appointment is
Right,
there.
let's just set this up. Let's just be in no doubt. All right, Leeds United, yeah, absolutely smashed by the Reds yesterday. Dudley Hill get absolutely smashed by the Special Gazelles last night, in case you didn't see it. And for the third time in 24 hours, just over. I don't know. I don't know if Steve can cope with this. I don't know if there's enough Magnas in all of the Asdas and all of the worlds. If the Danglies smash him here. However, Richard Wellens is playing. I can see that now. But yeah, still banging the Danglies. Good side.
Fifey saying that yes, he did offer to change his squad a few times. It is Division 2 quality. Yep, it is Division 2 quality.
No.
Because it wouldn't cut it quite in Division 1. It wouldn't. It's one of those teams that, you know, looking at the overall, the first team, yes, very strong, but then in terms of depth, it isn't as strong when you go underneath to the 18 rather than just the 11. But originally looking pretty good for a team this time round. But they're facing Danglies.
Come on, Danglies. Danglies. Come on,
the interesting decision of today. I've picked the 11. You picked the subs. That's what he said. So I should have just picked no subs after what's happened to me tonight. But anyways,
tough things in there.
Stick
just in the DM, just letting them rip. Class. Yeah, class. Love it. Viva the Danglies. Lee Bowyer, MC. If he, there's been a lot written about, lot said about staying Lee Bowyer and how we shouldn't have let him go. So it's set up for him to be the difference.
And Anne Summers Avon hybrid party. To get, I don't know, where's the Tupperware? Come on. Tony Adams captains the team. Where does Gary Frost play? He plays as a defender, defensive midfielder, right, left. So I thought he could be a wide man sub option that can also be defensive. And you asked me to pick the subs, so I've picked the subs because you don't actually have any centre backs.
Picked your subs, but not actually able to pick your own. You've actually contributed more to Danglies tonight than you have actually.
Very true. Yes, but yeah, that's where he's playing. Anyway, so into the lineup for today. Giggs failing to get the number 11 shirt and taking it to 20. Who's it
in the director's box for Man United at the weekend, but doesn't get the 11 for Danglies? That is a disgrace. Danglies 2-1. Come on, Danglies.
So 2-1 there. Let's see what can happen. Originally in their yellow away kit. Who's your favourite Dangly?
Favourite Dangly is I don't know. There's so many favourites last season. This season they're actually a half decent side though, so it's really hard to have like cult hero favourites. I think Postma. Therefore Postma. I can't believe he's not starting
content.
Come on, Danglies.
It's still 0-0 at this point. Mutu it is scored the goal. 1-0 to Danglies. Mark Tyler trying his best to keep his team in the game. Mike Duff's playing alright. The rest of them haven't even got started yet. It's Higuita for Mike Savage, his favourite. So Postma's on the bench and Higuita is first choice. Mutu with the opening goal, 44 minutes in, almost half time. There it is, 1-0, and Jonathan Woodgate's 5 is still absolutely fine and Divisionale.
Wow.
Divisionale nil as they are. That's awful. No throw-ins in that first half for them. That's the key stat.
That's bizarre. Yeah. So Danglies have. But they've won loads of headers though, mate. They've won loads of headers. So, yeah.
That's massively important, yeah. Well, 70% of I don't know. Well, it must have won 7 out of 10, I guess. But Just carry on, says Wooder. Don't just carry on. Well, let's have a look at the stats quickly. Rosicki, Hughes, Mutu quiet in the tackling. Woodgate not playing so well, but Stig Tofting is doing a good job, and that's where we are. Fifey making comments to Steve in the future. Let's hope the live chat is supposed to be played back. So hopefully,
just in case it isn't, do you want to read that out as Fifey?
Well, you can do it.
No, go on. You can.
Well, I don't. I keep it clean, whereas you don't.
Okay. Steve, when you watch this back, I want you to know there's a shirt. There we go.
Dean Keats, 6 attempted tackles and hasn't made a single one.
Keats.
But yeah, Dean Keats is still superb. Tihan's doing alright. The team is starting to play a bit better since going behind, but that's the way it is right now. We know Steve doesn't really make subs and play seasons through. Usually he's not here. No sub instructions, so we'll go into the second half. A reminder there, no shots. Anyway, into the second half as we go, it's still comfortable as gigs. Mutu! It's Mutu 0 to the Danglies at this point. Superb for them to be in the position they are. Just for Sherko, and he's put it well on Mutu.
He's just texted us. He says his internet's dodgy. He's bringing on Postma for Higida. He genuinely just texted us. His connection shit. Can he bring on Postma for Higida?
I'd need it from if he can text me if he wants that.
No, he's run out of data.
So he knows my number.
He's run out of data. He can't text. I was his last text.
No, post me on if you want.
Class. Let's all do the Postma. Fuck me.
I take it's for Igita anyway. Yeah, it must be. So he did come on at half time last time round, so he's going to come on. And for the regionale, is there anyone? No. And so we continue as we go. I will just check that there are no instructions from Steve regarding a substitute in his absence. Well, subs 60 minutes he did do. Yeah, there were no fives at half time though, where there was 6 for Keats.
Yeah.
60 minutes sadly for the worst of Sherko and Martin. They're both playing badly. Sherko's a little bit less fit, but at least he's had a shot. That makes Martin worse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, he's played all that time without having one, so it's going to be getting the saddle on and going for it. Who's better, the Romanian drug cheat or the Pokemon? That's an interesting way of looking at things there, as Igita has come off for Postma and he's up against Richard Sadlier. Chances Zagara looking quite lively in these last few minutes here. 20 to go, still 2-0, and Sadlier it is who's put that shot wide. At least he's coming on and having a go, but then down the other end it's one of those things. John Terry's coming off. In terms of a defender, I mean, Gary Croft is the only actual defender they've got in the team. He's not a centre back though.
No, you could drop. Yeah.
Tofting could do the job in defence, but
aren't you?
Yeah, unless he wants, Dick Honeyho. Croft can come on.
Yeah.
There we are. Anyway, let's all do the Postma. There we are. Croft, yeah. Grand. 10 minutes just over to go. Mutu with a hat-trick on his debut.
Yeah.
New 3.
What a week for Steve. What a week.
This is absolutely bizarre to see Adrian Mutu doing that there. 3-0. What a bus journey.
Absolutely great goal.
But Mark Tyler still coming out with an 8 from that game. Look at that's Danglies with more shots in one match than they had in half a season. last time out. So
This is a different Dangley's beast this season, though. This is Dangley's unhinged. This is like when they did the most haunted live. This is Mary Loves Dick levels of Dangley's. Um, this is class.
6 shots, 6 on target. Great job from Mutu. Lee Hughes playing pretty well. Yeah, it's not been the greatest week in Championship Manager history, it must be said, for the Doriginale manager.
Not even been a week. It's been 24 hours, mate.
Well, you put you put in the last round of games with.
He beat Hools 1-0, didn't he?
What about what about Thursday night in the cup? Did he play in the cup on Thursday? I can't remember.
Yeah, he got beat, didn't he?
Ah, yes. D Keats 1 out of 10, so he did improve, and we dropped to quite a few 5s at that point. That is not brilliant, but it's a game that they've at least got over with. Can someone check he's okay?
Very much looking forward to the post-match content from the Dangleys. That'll be fantastic. I imagine it'll involve Boston in some way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams scored. Yeah, of course, could have just counted the zeros of 4 teams that didn't. Badgers, Mega Horse, Originale, and the Red West Pacific. As the table now looks like this, with Sprungfelt, Grove, Boston, and Fortuna topping the league as it is. 2 teams off on +4 and 2 teams on +3. Great starts to them. Aussie's Dream in 5th place. Dangley's move ahead of Mega Horse into 6th. And Flamingos also on 3 points. Down at the bottom, we have Pelham, Badgers, and Blues all on 1 point. Badgers without a goal. Gondor, Divisionale, and Red West Pacific, the latter are 2 of those without a goal to their name either.
Yeah, what I'd say though is, like I said, teams are +3 on me, I think. Who's the weakest squad in this league, by the way?
Aussie's Dream, I think.
Right, and then who?
And then it would be probably the Red West Pacific.
Okay, so I've took 2 points from my first 2 games. You take off the +3. So I've had 2 nil-nils, so I'm actually on 2 points. So actually, I'm 8. That'll do me. No, 9. There we go.
Yeah, I think that's those 2, and then maybe Pelham and Badgers must be somewhere lower, towards the bottom in there. Yeah, and the rest of it, Fortuna would be probably next ones. So that'll be the bottom 5, and then after that, it's a case of there's some quite similar sides in there, ending with Grove as the strongest. Referees stats. Where's Per-Olof Stoll? 9 matches today, so that was pretty good from him. Well done for managing to last so many matches in there. And a quick check on the player stats for who's come up best so far. Barosh, Mutu, and that other guy. And then Penza, Zauli, Mutu with 3 goals. Assists, Bart Hoare with 2, Jurgen Kohler with 2. McPhee and Amore. Unfortunately, Bart Hoare didn't play, and Jurgen Kohler came on at half time. And then we go into red cards. Stefan Beinleck, the only one so far. He wasn't even meant to be playing. Lovely. Anyway. And now he won't play again for a while. So, Aussie Dream and Springfield are an inspiration.
Let's have a look at the fixtures.
Yes, of course. Let's look at them for next time. And it's a week till the next games. Mega Horse versus Red West Pacific this week. Fortuna versus Boston, which again 2 teams that won both their games. Gondor Badgers. Gondor haven't got any points and Badgers haven't got any goals. Aussie's Dream and Grove. Aussie's Dream looking great, and Grove with their 2 wins. Pelham Dangleys, that's a game we always want to watch there. The Originale Flamingos, Fifey has claimed commentary for next week. And Sprungfelt versus Blues, the leaders versus the old champions in their new form. So that looks an interesting round. I think the cup round's in May. And then after that, we're pretty much in quite a lot of, you go through, and we've got games of 1 per week. And then it goes into mainly 1 per week for the rest of the season. Yeah, in fact, it almost is every single time, which is nice.
Just what Steve wants a visit of Emil and Penza.
Yeah, on comms versus Steve. Full strength or reserves? Question it. Yeah, and do you know something? I might actually select my team tomorrow. Make sure it's saved.
Just do it before deadline, mate, and you'll be absolutely fine. Like everybody else.
Yeah, I just thought select it on the game. I only pick it when I'm on the thing. Anyways, that's ruined the chance of 100% record in there already after 2 matches. First thing I'm trying manager for a long time. Anyways, make sure that you join the Super League on Wednesday night for their next round of fixtures, which promises to be a great one. And we are ready for Thursday night with Division 1. As you can see there, it's the coming soon on your screen for that bit. And thank you very much to Mr. Duggan.
No worries, mate. Always a pleasure. Not sure we kind of tickled anyone's pickle tonight with some of the bizarre conversations, but yeah, great crack.
I think it got some people in there, didn't it? It certainly got our usuals in amongst things, and thank you very much for those people staying for the in inverted commas fun. Nah, it's good. It is good, and we will see you again soon. Good night.